Okay, guys, I'm still waiting for my son at Walmart, and today has been a very good day. I had a business situation, and someone went to somebody else with the situation. And I'm like, I took a couple calls this morning, and I'm like, why is he going to you to talk about this? Why can't he come to me? And he's like, well, you're part of this group, and when two members have an issue, I try to smooth things out. And I'm like, really, there's no issue. This is business, and he canceled on me after confirming. So, you know, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, there's really nothing to talk about, basically. And he's like, well, I think you guys had a miscommunication. And he goes, you might want to talk to him. And I go, he should have came to me. That is a biblical principle. When someone has an issue, go to you, right? Go to you. So he's like, Melissa, he gave me some advice, and he's been a businessman for a while. He's like, this is not the restaurant. You have the restaurant mentality. This is not the restaurant. This is your business. You want a whole different mentality. And I'm like, well, he goes, you can do what you want, of course, it's your business, but he goes, this is how I do business. And I go, well, no, you know what? I don't agree with you on that. And no, I don't agree with you on that. And I will take what you said with a grain of salt. So usually when I'm done with someone, guys, I'm like done. That's how I've always been when I feel disrespected. I'm like done, right? So I'm like, well, I'll take into consideration what you said. And then I went to the Bible store, and I got my eyes on God again. And then I did some deep thinking, and I'm like, he's got a point. He's got a point. He's like, Melissa, you're sitting on a gold mine looking for gold. That's what you're doing. You're looking for work, and you've got an opportunity here, and you're all caught up in the standards and stuff, instead of just, this is a good person. And I go, I don't care about the money. I care about the character. He goes, well, I know him, and you guys had miscommunication. It's not like maybe some situations where you have to say to people, you're not my customer, you're not a good fit. So I decided to trust him, trust his judgment. I've known this guy for a while now, and he told me a couple stories about his business that proved a point. And he's been helping me with my business too. And he's like, this is what I would do. But you do what you want, but this is what I would do. And it talks about in the Bible being wise and being willing to listen to others. So I confronted this guy, and I said, this is what you did. And I don't know that I can move forward with you because of what you did here. You didn't give me you broke your word, you did this, you also did this. And so he communicated with me. He proved himself. He communicated and said, well, this is what I was thinking, and this is why I was thinking this, and this is why I did this. So I said to him, without the communication, I can't move forward. So he did communicate quite a bit, and we worked through it. And I said, you know what? Thank you for this learning lesson. Thank you for this lesson, because now I know I learned something that I could have been much more proactive myself. I could have been. I could have also, I could have called you. I could have called. I could have worked it out more. So, looking at yourself, making sure that you are looking at yourself. And when someone apologizes to you, at first I said it wasn't acceptable. And my friend's like, what do you mean? He said sorry. What do you mean it's not acceptable? And I go, well, what is he apologizing for? What exactly is he saying sorry for? So, I was like, he should have came to me. So, so it worked out, guys. It always does. God always works things out for our good. And, so I learned as I get my process together that I need more clarity. And that's what I've been working on, my process, getting more clarity. Because you are going to have things come up. People think differently, right? And he's like, look, it's about the money. Get the job done and get the money. And I'm like, no, it's about the character. So, it's about the things that come up. It's not even character. It's like the things that can come up, how to deal with them. How do you have a good standard? How do you take small steps to build wealth? So this was part of that today. So we are on the same page. I asked him, I gave him my apology. He said he forgives me. So, so in business, you want to stay professional. So I learned a few things today, and it is actually going to help my business go further because I was willing to listen to someone else.